Hello world, I'm DB Sinclair back here with Sacral, and we are getting close to the finale of the Evolve Pro-Am tournament here at PAX East in the ESL arena. But before we get there, we're going to go ahead and give you a special treat, and this is going to be a third place match. This is going to be Triggers Down versus Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch for third place, best of 3. We're about to jump to that right here, right now.
More Verny Vern. What more could you want?
More Verny Vern. I hope we see more jump roping.
Maybe the double jump rope.
Double jump rope would be good. A little double Dutch action.
Okay, so it looks like they're playing Monster first. Oh yeah, they won the coin toss. They chose Monster. So I wonder who's going to be playing the Monster. Goldy actually said to me, we might have Vern play the Monster.
Awesome.
Vern, who's played more Evolve during this tournament than before, if that makes sense. He only played 45 minutes before.
I'm excited either way. I love these guys. I love what they do on their day-to-day.
Yeah.
And it's just a special treat to have them here involved in the tournament playing Evolve, regardless of how long Verny Vern's played up until this point. Definitely different levels of and amounts of play from these guys on this team. But I cannot wait to see who they bring as the Monster.
Yep.
Triggers Down getting ready on the Hunter desk.
It's really interesting to think that despite having a player that's relatively new, they've got to this stage in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
That shows that they're pulling together and that his natural capability as a gamer is enough to get them through. So I think they're discussing which monster to go with. I think Jesse, who's Fairlight, who's in the middle there, the one talking, he might be playing Monster. He's sat in the
yeah, he is in the hot seat.
He's in the hot seat. So this is for third place, right? Yeah,
this is for third place. What we're going to do here is a best of 3 for third place. Then we're going to take a half-hour break. We're going to come back at 4:15. And if my math there doesn't make sense, just make sure you come back at 4:15.
Yes.
Either way. That's for you on the stream watching, for you in the chat, and for those of you outside in the crowd. After this best of 3 for third place, we're going to take a break, and then we will be back at 4:15 for the finals. Don't go anywhere, though. That's not yet.
Yep. Let's see who's going to get third. So we're going to see some more Prodigy Monster, and we're going to see more. I think it's going to be Fairlight playing the Monster this time. He's played a fair bunch of monsters.
He's played a Fairlight amount of Monster.
Yes, he has. He's played several hundred games as Monster, so he's a good monster. This is going to be good.
The team's getting ready. As you can see there,
they should
Verny Vern.
Somebody should tell him to remap the keys, because the last Monster was the other team, and they do those crazy keys.
I ran into Nick in the men's room, and I asked him to make sure that was taken care of. And he assured me it was. So discussing strategies, discussing setup, even in the men's room from time to time.
That's efficiency for you right there. Like, never a break for strategy.
No, never. Because by the time you get back, a new strategy may have been found.
Exactly, right? The restroom meta. How tired Brennan is, really tired.
Yeah, don't forget that we are here at PAX East, and we have the entire weekend ahead of us.
Oh, so good.
And so many already looking like they've been here all week already. Although GDC was this week as well. So
gestures again.
Yeah, nice gestures coming from the team. Always good to see such friendliness.
Don't look into the eyes directly.
Oh no,
you'll get lost.
Oh God, I just turned to stone.
Okay, so Jesse's going to be playing Monster. Looks like he's going to be rocking the Goliath. If I was min-maxing, I would probably turn off the Magma skin. It really could be the difference between getting caught and not getting caught. So, what's he going to choose?
Definitely trying to decide here. I'm sure his teammates are discussing that choice with him.
The War Council.
We do see 2 Hunter selections selected already on our end.
Wow, Parnell for the first time.
Those will be with you in a moment. And we could potentially see a Parnell for the first time here. Hunter's 2 choices locked in, looking to pick Assault and Trapper, as the Monster is probably discussing, as we said, with his team right now, who to pick. Right now on Goliath, but that doesn't mean that's who they're going to go with. As we've seen
that model, isn't that just a fantastic? Like when he roars, look at his pecs. You can see the muscles flexing and
flexy pecs.
Yeah, so
that's good. The only thing missing from those beautiful Triforce statues out on the desk are flexy pecs.
Flexy pecs. Maybe they'll be in the sequel. Oh, it looks like we're going to see a Markov. It looks like they're considering turning the bright skin off. Oh, they're messing with us. They're messing with us.
Absolutely messing with us. Maybe they want to do a random choice.
Ah, maybe. And they've randomed Wraith. So we're going to see at least 1 level of decoy if they want to have a good chance of winning.
I like the random choice selection here on the Monster.
That's very strange. That's really strange. So 1 level of decoy gives you the stealth effectively, which is the key component to that ability. So something like 1 decoy, 2 Warp Blast gives you burst, DPS, reposition, and damage, whereas 2 decoy is an odd one. So let's see how this pans out.
Both sides getting ready as the Monster is entering the game. We're going to do an old switcheroo here on the, definitely going to restore defaults just in case. Okay. And here goes the Monster now. So
Wraith typically wants to just burst away from the enemy. They could the spawn point. You can get a fair distance with the Wraith very quickly. Eating these 1 meats again helps. It's quick food, but it does stack up those chances of bumping into carrion birds next time you eat. So it's a mixed bag when you eat these kind of things, but you might as well get them out of the way early.
Easy armor for the Wraith. Such a low armor pool that it's so quick to fill up.
Yeah.
Monster on the move. Hunters have dropped in, and Hunters are down on the ground and tracking already. We do have a Kyra, so she does have that acceleration field, which she can use to push the team forward. We do have an Abe, which we'll be looking for to land some more of those MLG tracking darts, as we've seen all day today.
So good against a Wraith as well, because when he decoys, he'll often reposition in stealth, and as soon as he pops out from stealth, that tracking dart reinitializes, and you immediately know where he is. And really strong start. He's almost got the energy required to get level 2.
Nice 3-meat treat. You see the Monster popping the map open to kind of gauge where he is in relation to the Hunters as well. We do spot a Hunter. Nice use of the smell ability there. They do have a split going on him here. He's going to try and get through right through the middle. And he does utilize the Warp Blast, but it's not enough. He gets caught in the dome.
He gets caught out there. So he's going to be blowing the decoy ability a lot. Now you notice the enemy team is staying nice and spaced out, and that means wherever he goes after coming out of stealth, there's going to be someone probably with line of sight to be able to shoot him, and that just helps apply that pressure, right?
It absolutely does, and as we discussed before, when they do a proper split and there's proper as you said, like proper use of the space, which is in the mobile arena, it makes it feel like there's double the Hunters out there, if not triple.
Yeah.
And while it's one thing, it's a strategic advantage towards doing damage and not having damage done to you. It's also a total like mind.
Yeah. It's just constant pressure.
You know where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I just don't want to drop the second part of that.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, that pressure can make people make mistakes. And that pressure obviously strategically helps because it's just constant damage. Oh, there's a Dune Bug there, so maybe try knocking people down there and spending a bit of time. But the dome's got down and it's taken absolutely no damage. That's the strength of a Wraith.
Yeah, great arena for the Monster.
Yep, absolutely perfect arena. Well, I suppose perfect would have been he managed to get a strike or two, but in his current build, in his current level, he doesn't need to worry about that yet. Get some food, get to level 2, and then you can look at getting the abilities required to burst someone down and start stacking up those strikes.
The Hunter's still very close, very on the chase right now. If you're seeing Hunter dialogue, or if you're hearing it as the Monster, that means they are very close. And they are just on his trail, being led by Hank on support. And right now, though, it looks like he may have lost them. Oh, no.
He's tracked by dart, so he can't lose them.
He is tracked by a dart, indeed. That is up in the top left-hand corner of the monster screen.
So here's another example of where he could have just slipped into stealth there and just ate those pieces of food by the Doom Beetle.
Yeah.
It's a really key part of the stealth of mechanic, being able to eat, that not many characters seem to be utilizing.
Yeah, the first time I saw that, it blew my mind, and I was hoping, and when we were doing streams showing off Raid for the first time, it was like one of the main things we were sticking on and trying to show people, because I think it's so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the stealth feed in the middle of combat, because so many times, like, that's another advanced move, as we see another dome.
Tried to evade the dome, but just got caught up on some ledges there on the way out. But that's a primary loop dome. There's a big, massive loop for him to just run around. So I'll be astonished if they manage to get any health damage off him, unless he chooses to engage. Yeah,
doing a great job of using the decoy to try and stay away from them. But right now, they're doing a great job engaging, getting Abe there with the stasis grenades.
Yeah.
Here comes the rest of the team. But yeah, being able to feed mid-combat is such a strong ability, and you can only do it if you're not being shot. So a lot of times you'll try and find food. As you see, nice mine placement there. It really scared him to go back in the direction he came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're trying to eat in mid-combat, you do need to try and do that behind something so you're not being shot. But as the
very
Raid,
good stealth attack. The rest of the hunters, sorry to interrupt, the rest of the hunters there out of jetpack. So he found his little niche there, and he was able to do quite considerable damage to the hunter. That's very, very high level play. Yeah,
that was a great catch. Although it was Kyra, and as you see him go through 2 mines, there goes his armor, and he starts to take health damage.
Yeah. So at that point in time, he decided that he's happy to take half a health bar's worth of damage to get away from them. Instead of waiting for a traversal to pop up. So here we're going to see the decoy, and he's going to try and sneak past them. They see he got snared there. Whack, right on top of them. But we're going to see another dome. I think it's probably 20 seconds away.
Yeah, it's very close. About halfway on the cooldown.
So very evasive play from the Raid so far. He's had full evolution for a few minutes now. He's just not finding the time or the space to get away. But currently he's not tracked, so I would find my way across the map and quickly evolve.
If you're just joining us on the stream, out in the crowd, in the chat, welcome. Welcome to the Evolve Pro-Am tournament live from PAX East in the ESL arena. This is our 3rd place game. This is a best of 3 for 3rd place, featuring Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch, which is Goldy, aka Gold Glove, Bunny, Fairlight, and Vern Notice, playing against Triggers Down.
Triggers Down, yeah.
SK HaloGod, Game Sager, and Prodigy X with Ghost Robo on the team. So some big names in this 3rd place game.
This is the 3rd level 1 dome. That's very rare that you see 3 level 1 domes. Oh, there's a Nomad. Okay, so the Nomad there, actually one of our teams today was named after the Nomad. That Nomad will kick the hell out of anything near it. Player or monster. Sorry, hunter or monster. Nice hit there. Nice hit to get 2 people in one. But he's getting orbitaled. He's lost another bar of health there.
Another full bar of health.
Yeah, that's really big. That's really big. Constantly being pressured, having to hide behind ledges constantly, waiting for his abilities to cool down so that he can stealth again.
This is Fairlight on the monster. First time he's played monster today.
Yes.
But not the first time he's played monster, so definitely some skills.
Yes, he's a very, very experienced monster player, but when you, like you say, when you play against public queue compared to playing against high-level team, it's night and day. I think he's just backed into a corner here.
He absolutely has. Which may allow him to juke them, but it doesn't look like it. They are just in his direction at full force. Although tracked. Nomad might be coming into play, as I see one of the hunters is down to half health.
Yes, if I was Jesse right now, I'd be targeting that person on hard. Look, the Nomad.
It is the Nomad.
Look at that! Look at that! That's amazing. That's an opportunity to win right there. If he can get a couple of hits, that could be the victory. Even though he's level 1 and he's got half health. Like that, Nomad just did so much work for him.
Yeah, Nomad down though, so now it's up to him to do the work.
No, it's like he's choosing to disengage. That could have been so close. That was a really critically bad mistake for the Hunter team to get 3 or 4 of them kicked by a Nomad. That's you don't see that very often.
Yeah, stay away from the Nomads if you're a Hunter. They look so peaceful when they're sitting there on the ground. Yeah. They don't look like they're going to do much to you, but they kick like a horse.
They unfold and then they start kicking you in the head. It's always worse when you're downed by one, because it stands over you and just keeps kicking you over and over and over.
And it will kick anything that comes to try and res you as well.
Yeah, this is such a pain.
Not the place you want to be. So finally starting to farm towards stage 3. As you mentioned, 3 successful domes on the stage 1 raid. Yes. That's some pretty good catches by the Hunter team. Although, well, actually, yeah, I would say at this point with half health, they did some pretty good work out of those 3 domes.
I don't think he's got any strikes yet, so they've effectively taken almost 3 bars of health for nothing. They've taken a bit of damage and healed it back, and that's it. But you never know. Once that raid gets to level 3, once his burst gets really big, it only takes 1 slight misposition and you can lose it. You can lose a person, get a strike really quickly. For those of you wondering what a strike is, if you're relatively new to Evolve, each time a hunter is incapacitated by the monster, when they're revived by a teammate or they fully die, they actually gain what's called a strike, and that means they lose a part of their health bar permanently. So for the remainder of the round, until one or the other team wins, they will have less health. You can get 2 strikes, which leaves you quite cripplingly low on health. And when you have 2 strikes, each time you get incapacitated thereafter, you fully die.
He does have the sneak pounce on the Trapper.
Is he going to land the Warp Blast? It's all about the Warp Blast here. He needs to land that clutch Warp Blast, and it looks like he's going to choose to run. I would actually maybe here stay in range of them and keep sniffing, because he just went past a Megamouth. That Megamouth can very easily catch them out. And they've shown previously that even a Nomad can knock them around. A Megamouth is very well hidden, so he could have actually reinitiated there if they get caught.
Yeah, Trapper low on health, finally being healed by the medic. Trapper and Assault were pretty low there.
We're going to see
does focus them.
Oh, that's... I don't know, there's a big meta at the moment of just doing... Oh, very nice. Of doing the supernova and then letting your clone, your decoy, do all the damage, which I find, if you're supernovaing because they're close together, you should do the damage, because you can choose where it goes. Right. Whereas your decoy will just target one person and they can just walk backwards and kind of soak up that damage. So, I mean, it can occasionally do a great job, the decoy, but typically it will struggle to deal the damage that you can. So there he's lost all his armor, he's down to 3.5 bars of health, so he's avoiding the team now. He's going to keep sniffing. I'm sure he'll keep looking for opportunities to attack, but the healing is really on point at the moment.
Yeah, great healing. Even though we keep finding them about half or loss of a quarter health because of their wildlife encounters.
Wow, look at that.
The Reaver's eating.
Scumbag Reaver ate the body.
Oh man.
That's a high-level strategy for when the elite perks are left on the map. The Reavers will actually eat the body of the elite perk and deny it for the monster. Reavers are the hunter's friend.
They can be. Every now and then they can give the hunters a little trouble. Yeah. But they're pretty quick to take down, especially if you have Markov. You have the lightning gun. You can take out the entire pack of Reavers with a couple shots.
So there's another Megamouth there.
Yeah, it doesn't want to startle the birds.
Well, it's tracked anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Look at that.
When there's an A, you're pretty much always tracked, unless...
You should be.
You should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Race is okay, actually, because of his high mobility. Unlike the Goliath, which relies on leaping through the air, which is an easy target to retrack, Wraith can actually just teleport around, which is super strong.
He is ready to evolve.
Yeah.
Finally.
So we're going to see a level 3, but he needs to figure out where he's going to do it.
Looking to potentially do it in the cave. It is safe from orbital barrage, but they're way too close.
Yeah, that's far too close. But I think because they've been too close to him now, they might just back away. They don't know where he is. Because he's sneaking, he's not leaving footsteps, so they're going to have to wait for a mistake. And because he's not eating, there won't be any birds. So it is purely down to their direct line of sight as to whether or not they find the monster or not. They seem to be backtracking, so I think he's got a safe evolve here. Maybe they're really pressuring.
This hunter, though, by himself, could potentially get this hunter caught in the cave. Although it looks like Assault looks like he's putting mines down. So that would be a tough one to get because he does have his personal shield up and ready.
But I think it's, here we go. I think we're about to see a sneak attack.
Take it down.
Oh no, disengage here, and then a warp blast at the end, yeah. So you can clear a very big distance with those 3 traversals and then a warp blast.
A nice Trank comes in, but it hits the decoy instead.
Yeah.
So that was a clutch decoy there at the end.
So still, again, he's got his evolve bar ready to go. He's just waiting out that tracking dart timer so that he can evolve in safety.
Yeah, it's literally going to show the hunters exactly where he is as long as he's tracked. So no matter if he's stealthing or not, he's going to be visible to the hunters.
Yeah.
And they know that when he goes to evolve, he is going to lose all of his armor. And it's the perfect time to attack if they can. So yeah, if they can continue to track him, this could be a good catch.
And much like in real life, time is the enemy. And the time of this round is ticking and ticking down. So every time he's tracked and he runs for 30 seconds, he might not be getting a hit and he's not fighting back, but he's losing time. And time is always in the hunter's favor in this mode. So there is a time limit on the round, and if that timer runs out, the hunters win. So he needs to make sure he gets to level 3, gets some food in him, and starts attacking them ASAP, or that timer is going to start running out and he might end up failing just by virtue of the game type.
We do have stage 3. And with stage 3, we've seen it a couple times already now. We do have support in a Mega Mouth, though.
Oh,
the rest of the team trying to get in to help him.
Support's about to
but
die.
if they cannot get him out of there, it looks like they finally
He's on 1
do.
HP.
Wow.
Wow, so support is out there on 1 HP. If Jesse sniffs that, he's going to get the killer instinct and he'll be straight in there.
That was very lucky to get. The Mega Mouth will digest the hunter if they don't rescue the hunter. So that was definitely a good catch.
Excellent hit from the, there we go. That's, this is perfect. Jesse, excellent initiation. His decoy hit 3 people simultaneously.
And then he gets
a sneak attack when they're separated. That was incredibly good.
Yeah, nicely done. Unfortunately, though, it was against Assault. As I mentioned before, he does have the personal shield, which he can pop.
Using the decoy there to destroy the mines. Excellent play. I think we're going to see a kill here. Come on, I think he's got it. Yes,
yep, there he goes.
Incredible.
That's the incapacitation on Assault.
Now he's going to stay on the body. He's going to destroy the body, which is going to prevent them from reviving him.
This is going to be a tough fight, though, with Kyra. Kyra has massive heals that she can shoot in that direction, plus the heal burst.
Yeah. So, but they're very close together.
Yep.
So I would be looking at blinking into them and then doing a supernova.
It looks like she was potentially trying to go in for the revive, which you don't want to do against the Wraith here. This is going to just push you off of
They're
that.
shielding and healing the body here.
Yeah, this is a good fight. Nicely done.
Nice
to go
blast.
in.
I get back onto that body quickly. Yeah, very well done. Keeping the medic off there. Letting the decoy start to deal damage. Excellent supernova. Keeping up the pressure here. You can see the blood when he swings. You need to follow the blood when you're doing that attack.
Great play by the Wraith.
Great presence of
There
mind.
it goes. Assault is down and out. That's no damage now.
Two of them
Look at that. They both went down.
Yeah, he killed 2 in the
Support
supernova.
manages to get one of them up, or actually that's Trapper, apologies, gets support up. Support with 1 strike and the last man standing.
Yeah, doing what we call the walk of shame, where you run away from the monster and hope your cloak comes back.
No cloak, though. The cloak is on cooldown. And this could be it. This could be a win for the Wraith, and it is.
Excalibur, absolutely outstanding Wraith play. Very well played. Taking that body out, staying on the body. Oh, that round of applause is greatly
deserved.
earned. Yeah, very good play.
Absolutely. And that is a win for Team Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch. Great to see.
Absolutely great.
So talk about that last game. And that's pretty much what our focus was at the end there, because up until that point, it was a lot of Wraith being Wraith, doing its thing, running, trying to get its feet,
hit and run.
but at the end there, it all started with that decoy.
Oh.
I mean, there was some good moments of wildlife carnage in there, but he was never able to take advantage of them.
Yes.
At the end there was the great decoy that did massive damage to the hunters, and then he also got that sneak pounce on Assault. It all started from there. Take us through how it went down after that.
So that was the perfect initiation. His decoy landed its special attack. So basically, I think it's every 3 attacks, it'll do like a cleave, and it did the cleave on its first swing because it's based off his actual Wraith special attack timer. So it immediately cleaved off 1/3 of the health of all 3 of the enemy, and then he pounced the remaining person. So that picture-perfect initiation. Thereafter, he was able to trap the assault against a wall and bring it down. And it's at this point, it's like I said earlier, it's all about punish, punish, punish. He's basically stood on the body, destroying it, and they correctly responded by shielding and healing the body.
Yeah,
which is a great play. But you got to remember, Kyra's heals are grenade heals, and she needs to reload. So unlike Val, which can just beam for like 30 seconds, she has to go shot, 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 reload, and there's this little pause. So what Jesse did was very clever. He was taking punishment by being around the body. So what he did was he blew his supernova and then he stepped back from the body and hit it with the AoE. Because by being in the supernova, his attacks gain range and an area of effect. So he could kind of shy away from the damage around the corner, but still hit that body, hit that body, hit that body. And then when the Hunter team was pressured into stacking on top of each other to keep line of sight of the body, immediately just blinks over, warp blast.
Got
blink.
2 of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Warped over,
phenomenal.
supernova, AoE'd them, spread them out, warped back to the body, finished the assault. We didn't even realize at the time he'd just finished 2 of them in the supernova. So absolutely outstanding play from Jesse.
Yeah, and that's where you get that meticulous priority of targets, and then you have the 2 down, assaults out, Trapper gets support up, they're up together, and then you just it's just a dominoes at that point, and they just fall.
That's the thing with Wraith. If you can down the assault first, so Wraith's weakness is health. The assault does as much damage as the other 3 classes combined on his own. So if you can take out the assault first, there is no pressure to keep you off the body. And he did an outstanding job avoiding that damage.
This is a best of 3 for 3rd place. Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch up a game against Triggers Down. And as mentioned before, after this best of 3 here, we're going to take a quick break. And then at 4:15, we will return to the crowd and to the stream with our final, which will be best of 5.
Best of 5 again, so we're going to see lots of games. I think this might go right to the end, because both teams are so strong. It'll probably get right to the final game.
So the team here huddled around the monster, Prodigy X. We've seen some pretty strong monster play from him, and we've also seen him being baited into some pretty heavy traps and things like that as well.
Absolutely.
I'm interested to see what kind of abilities he chooses here. As you mentioned before, we've seen a lack of that fire breath used as a utility in some of these Goliath players. So that's definitely something you want to have, especially since Markov is such a strong choice and being picked so heavily in Assault.
Yeah. Now what I might do if I was the Hunter team is I know if I knew what I know now, that he has got this attitude of I don't want to get Flame Breath because of the mines. But in the last game and this game he's chosen Flame Breath. What I might have done is switched it up and gone Parnell. So he's wasting his ability points on Flame Breath because he's scared of mines now, because he's been severely punished every game by mines. So he might overcompensate by getting lots of Flame Breath, and then all of a sudden that's a bit useless because they've got a Parnell and you start pile driving him with that shotgun.
No Parnell yet.
No, not seen a single Parnell the whole tournament.
And it being a tournament on the PC, I expected to see some Parnell.
Yeah, me too. Parnell is a damage powerhouse with his ability his steroid ability where he can just like double his attack speed and reload speed. Absolutely outstanding damage dealer. But I think a lot of people are scared of Wraith, and in my opinion, Parnell can't commit his cooldowns to killing a Wraith, because if he commits them on a decoy, he's kind of wasted he's kind of
and you're talking about that super soldier ability. You actually take damage. You take a loss to your health when you use that as Parnell.
When you're using it also. So it's kind of it's a very much a deciding ability, and if you use it against a decoy, all of a sudden you're just a weak Markov for the next 30 seconds. Also, the mines are just so strong against Wraith and Goliath that I think that might be the reason we're not seeing much Parnell.
Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch up a game here in our best of 3 3rd place match. But a very, very strong Goliath, which could potentially wipe this team and bring it back to a game apiece.
Absolutely, but here we see he's cornered. We're almost definitely going to see a dome here. He does have his 3 traversals. Is the Trapper going to react in time? He's running into mines here. jumped over the mine. Okay, we didn't see a dome. If he'd been domed then, there was a very strong chance. Oh, he's been darted. Ah, okay, so he's been darted now. The pressure is on. For the next 30 to 40 seconds, he's going to be visible to all the hunters. No hiding, no eating, definitely no evolving. Or if he doesn't notice he's been tracked and he evolves, it's almost certain death. He's going to get an orbital strike on his head. He's just going to get pile drived. Like a Markov can actually just lay mines around the body, and then when the animation finishes, it's just boom, 5 mines. Like that tracking dart of Abe's is just so strong. Lots of wildlife. This is a good place to fight here. There's a tyrant there.
I like this pit. I love this pit to fight in. You can definitely lure the hunters in there. There's also a lot of wildlife that's just
he's baiting. I think he's baiting the dome.
Yeah.
He's baiting the dome.
I like it. Baiting the dome, baiting a trip through the pool there, potentially into the Croc's mouth.
But you, at this level of the game, when the monster's level 1 and the hunters aren't pressured health-wise at all, wow, he's choosing to engage here at level 1. So he's gone in. I think he's baiting the dome, but it's a failed bait because he's in the dome. He could get severely punished. The reason is he has 3 abilities, which means he's only got 1 point in each ability. There you go. There's a leap smash. It did what, 25% damage? That's nothing.
Right, and they've already taken out the tyrant, so they've cleared the battlefield of all the dangerous wildlife, which is definitely something as a player new to Evolve, you want to make sure that your team is doing that. Assault should be getting that out of there as a priority before engaging with the monster. Otherwise, things can get really ugly for the hunters.
They need to really up the pressure. They've seen him do leap smash. They've seen him do flame breath. So they know he's got at least some spread on his abilities. He's not stacked like a level 3 rock throw.
Right, but they're not pressuring him as if they know that he only has 1 point into each.
Yes.
They're fighting him right now as if he was like a stage 2 or stage 3 monster.
Exactly. They're fighting him very tentatively, like, oh, if I get leap smashed, I'm dead. No, he's level 1. You've seen him do at least 2 abilities. I don't think
there is a sloth in there, though.
Ah, this could be bad. They should be avoiding that sloth entirely.
Didn't see it until now, but the sloth allows him to separate
Assault needs a shield. Assault needs a shield big time here. Where's the cross support? Assault needs, he's out. He's getting Kyra heals. Wow. That was so close. Assault was 1 hit away from going in cap, and he just got enough heals. In my opinion, if I was Prodigy there, I would have pushed that because
just finish him.
Yeah, just chuck an extra ability out. You've still got armor. He was so low. Kyra has to reload every few shots, so the healing would have stopped. There was no Hank beam. So I personally would have followed that up.
That's the beauty of the competitive nature, though, right? Because at that you have that decision to make.
Yep.
And because you've been playing such good teams, and it hasn't been just an easy run through all of them. You sometimes make the wrong decision based on that, to leave instead of to continue to engage. The Doom Beetle coming in does not like him evolving in his his territory there. He is going to leave, though, fortunately for Prodigy.
Yeah, they don't attack during the animation. The evolve animation. Look at that skin. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
That's savage, right?
Yeah, that's a gorgeous skin.
Really good. So, level 2. He's got his level 3 rock throw, which means Hank's shield game needs to be on point.
We do have a dome up. Trapper has it ready.
Yeah.
You can see that at any moment.
So he's used all his traversals. He's using his attack abilities for additional utility, like additional traversal speed. So he's managed to clear half the map there.
Yeah, Trapper not close enough to drop the dome, so that was a good escape. You do not want to get caught against these guys with no armor.
No, absolutely not. But equally, I do feel like the Hank has to, at this point, if they know much about Prodigy and they know that he almost always goes level 3 rock throw at stage 2, they definitely, Hank needs to be on that shield gun the whole fight.
Tracking dart in the monster. You see the stasis grenades followed up as well, so Trapper is definitely very close. He's got the rest of the team behind him. They did throw the mobile arena.
They threw the dome and missed.
And they missed it. Yeah. That's unfortunate, especially considering that they waited to chase him to try and get the dome because they knew he was out of range because he did use all those traversals, as you pointed out. But in the end, they end up missing with the mobile arena.
Oh, he's choosing to initiate here. He's got pretty good armor, and he knows that his rock throw is going to be devastating if it lands.
And no dome available since it is on cooldown.
Yeah, but they need to have the presence of mind of making sure that shield is constantly firing. He's going for Hank. Hank is the guy with the shield, so he's preventing the shield being any use by attacking the guy with the shield.
Using the flame breath to get him visible. Nice rock throw. You see him in the air.
Survived.
Leap smash, but doesn't get him. He juked him He went up on the platform. That was a nice juke by Hank.
Excellent jukes, yeah, absolutely. These guys, what I'm finding is they keep getting down to the point of someone being in-capped, and then they just bring them back. They're just teetering on that edge. And at the moment, Prodigy is deciding, I'm not going to try and risk finishing that. As soon as you stabilize against me, I'm out of there. I'm going to go and eat. Probably the correct action, but the problem is, if you keep... A lot of people completely misunderestimate, the strength of fighting on the run. If you're running and you're running and you're running, you turn around, you rock throw, you dive in, they're not prepared. There's no mines, there's no synergy. They need to take a second to assess the environment and position. You can actually do incredibly well at level 2. If you just wait till level 3, you're going to be against people that are just sat there explicitly waiting for you to do certain things and exploit it.
He's got the Trapper separated here. Nice charge to put him in position, but the dome does go down.
The dome is down, and that's a good dome. If you look around the dome, there aren't too many massive pillars. He's going for the guy with he's going for the support, so the support may want to clove, because in the previous fights, he's literally just exclusively attacked the support. There's some food down there he can eat technically. The assault just needs to be in his face. He's clearly avoiding the assault. He's not dealing damage to the assault. Assault should just be lightning gun the whole time. He's stood behind a mine there, so the rock throw is useless.
Yeah, you really need to punish in this situation. Otherwise, you're going to make no forward progress, and you're letting him run around doing his thing.
Yeah, so the assault needs to be, while he's chasing, the assault should be mining the loops. Then once he's got close enough to shoot, it should just be lightning gun, lightning gun, lightning gun the whole way.
Eyes on support. Really needs to start focusing, though. It's been great so far in how he's focused, because he's primarily focused on support. Trapper when he needed to. But right now, he's jumping around too much, I think, to really get the damage done that he needs to do. And that's where the teetering back and forth on the verge of an incapacitation happens, because you're not fully committed on a single target.
He's just done it again. Several of the team are half health or less, and he chose to run. Whereas he could have traded 1 health bar's worth of damage to probably get 1 or 2 in-caps there and potentially just cascaded it into victory. But again, he's let them heal up and they're back on him. And
they're full health, no strikes.
Yep.
Nice rock throw, following it up with flyer breath. There's a nice charge, but a good juke from support.
Excellent jukes.
Wow.
The jukes are so good on this team. And he is look how scared he is of losing any health. Like, here's something I learned from Hearthstone, from watching high-level players. Health is a resource like anything else. A resource is something you spend to gain something back. You can spend your health to gain strikes, meaning when you get to level 3, your end game is super easy. He's refusing to spend health. He's like a new Hearthstone player at the moment, where as soon as he loses 1 HP, oh god, I need to get out of here. Whereas a decent Hearthstone player will, you know, let their champion, their character take damage so that they can gain an advantage.
It's all about the trade-off and how the trade-off works in your favor or not in your favor.
Health and armor are just resources for you to spend strategically. And if you lose 1 bar of health to kill the assault, which is potentially a cascade to a complete victory, that's more than worth the while.
And that's what you're getting at with the previous game with Fairlight on the monster, and how he decided to camp that body, finish the body off. He was willing to lose armor and potentially health to get that kill, because in the end, it dominoed the entire team down.
Absolutely. If you can get the assault down, the cascade is so hard to stop, because there's no more punish, unless they have really, really good support. Okay, so here we're going to see a rock throw against the assault. Worst target technically, because he can self-shield if he needs to. Look how experienced the assault is. Either he doesn't have his shield or he's saved it right to the end.
Yeah, no, he does still have it. He's waiting for the shield from Hank. There it is, the personal shield.
There you go. That's a really good assault there. He took all that damage. A lot of people would have broken under that pressure and thrown up this personal shield. He saved it right to the end. And as you can see, like, it's ran into more mines here, but he's never committing enough. As soon as he does 2 or 3 attacks, he just starts running, leaping, climbing, running, leaping. He's really evasive when he doesn't need to be.
And a lot of that has to do, though,
they've got Bard taking a bar and a health off. Excellent
huge orbital barrage. The thing with that, though, is that this team is very good, as we mentioned, about using their jetpack, about moving to where they need to be. And that is what throws monster players off.
Excellent.
When they normally are able to focus down a target fairly easily, these guys are so in sync with each other that they are able to keep him moving from target to target, because he never has a good one. He never has a good target.
Absolutely. So he's got 1 strike there, and as you can see, he seems. Oh, is he going to go into the mines? Yes. 3 bars gone. 3 bars of health, and the support is back up again. That's incredibly strong. Support can obviously cloak, unless his cloak's down. No, he's cloaked. So he went back in there, lost more bars of health, and didn't really get anything for it. So he's choosing to be aggressive at the wrong times. He downs the support, leaves, then returns once the mines are up. If he'd stayed, that wouldn't have happened. Really, really interesting. I don't know whether it's the pressure maybe getting to him, the tournament environment, and you know, that kind of stuff. But the team Verny Vern are absolutely, they're like a rock. He's attacking and attacking and attacking, and they're so resilient, they're so defensive. The jetpack jukes are on point, the healing's on point, the shield's on point, the damage is on point. Like, this is going to be a struggle for Prodigy.
Yeah, and the rest of the team, we are in a best of 3, so
yeah,
this could be it right here. It is up to Prodigy's Monster to get his team back in the match.
Yep.
As mentioned before, after this best of 3 third place match, we are going to take a quick break. We will be back right after that, though, at 4:15 for our final. This third place match featuring Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch, already up a game. That's Gold Glove, Bunny, Fairlight, and Vern Notice. And they are taking on Team Triggers Down.
We're about to see a dome. That's a corner, but I personally wouldn't dome that because the arena's good for the monster. There's lots of hiding places above and below and around. And look at, there's a nomad. It's a terrible dome. So you can see the experience of the trapper here. He's decided not to dome instantly. They're kind of just waiting for them to move a little bit further away from that ideal dome. And
yeah, or potentially waiting until he's out of armor and then maybe throwing it. But no, it's just sort of a late dome.
I don't agree with the dome. I think the dome, if he gets hurt, he must drop down the bottom. Although, wow, they've burnt his armor off real quick.
Yeah, nice damage so far by this team.
Miss there with the
baits him right into the mines. With the sneak pounds.
And then he's going to have his personal shield up. The rest of the team are coming down to apply pressure. He's switching his focus, so he's on the assault.
Oh, there's big damage on. It looks like the support character. Yep. If he could finish support, that would be huge. They would have no more shields.
Yep. Shield. Look,
the Nomad is doing work as well.
But because he chose to be super defensive and leave, now he comes back and it might be too late.
Nice rock throw, tries to follow it up, but he's stasised by those grenades, so nicely done by the trapper.
Assault is just lightning.
And look at those heals from that Kyra. That Kyra is literally running around on its teammate and shooting the ground with the heal grenades. Not only healing the teammate, but keeping herself up as well. Support finally goes down, though. That's going to be 2 strikes on support. Being rezzed now, support did manage to get the cloak off, but they got the Goliath down to 2 bars of health.
Yep, and the pressure is still on, and he's still tracked. So if he, what I would potentially do, this would be a really interesting high-level play, is chase after him, and then once you're quite close, I would cloak. He's tracked, but he's going to be sniffing for you. So if you chase in the cloak, he might just evolve right in front of you. I've seen it happen before. The monster will sniff, wait a few seconds, sniff, and go, they're not coming. Sniff again. Yeah. And he's like, oh, they're going to set up at the reactor.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you start evolving, and they pop up right next to you, and it's horrendous. I don't know how deep he is in the cave there. He might still be susceptible to
a little of the blast radius.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do have him tracked, so they know exactly where he is. So they are on the move there now.
Kyra is using her speed ability to try and push the pace, but it looks like the tracking dot drops.
Just wore off, yeah.
Yeah, so some preamtive tracks there.
And he does get a view on support. He does have no armor, though, just a sliver of armor.
Cloaked instantly there. He's twitching off.
He should have finished support off.
That's crazy. Like one rock throw, one charge would have killed him. That I would have gone straight for that. That would have been an absolute kill, not even a in cap. Again, I would gladly trade a half a bar or a full bar of health to just kill that support there and then. And I don't think you would have lost it. The rest of the team.
Yeah, they were pretty far off. Yeah. I think it would have been safe.
No mines. The assault was outside lightning range. That could have been the key to victory.
Yeah, support the only one with strikes on him. 2 strikes.
Yep.
Sakuril mentioned before, how the strikes work is when you accrue a strike, it's a permanent loss to your health. Once you have 2, the next time you're incapacitated, it's death, which means a dropship ride, 2 minutes after you go down. He's going to try and work on the Megamouth here, who does not like it.
Megamouth is having none of it. He's running away. He's looking for Summit.
Triggers down is SK HaloGod, Game Sager, Prodigy X, and Ghost Robo. Prodigy trying to keep them in the match. They are already down a game. So just trying to stay alive here in this best of 3 third place match. And again, as I mentioned before, we will be back at 4:15 with the finals. Going to take a quick break after this best of 3, and then we'll be back with the finals at 4:15. The finals featuring Team Venomhound and Team Pushing Daisies. He does get
Here we
support.
go. The support
focused again.
really needs to use that cloak. Is he traps?
He's dead. He's
Wow.
down and out, just like you said.
That's really bad. The support there should have had his cloak up. It's like as soon as the monster's on his way to you, cloak. If you have 2 strikes, but
Yeah.
the monster here is being baited into staying near the mines, but we need to see some healing
Nice.
there. The healing is, where is, oh, the healer was knocked away. This is potentially a loss.
Oh, big leap smash.
Oh, what's that?
Just between the two.
That was just a jump, I think. That wasn't a leap smash. He did an auto attack during it.
Oh, there was just a,
Yeah,
a
that was
jump
just a
in
leap,
it.
yeah.
Nice, nice. He goes for the sneak pounce on the medic, having a hard time with the medic. The medic doing a great job of keeping herself alive. As I mentioned, she has healing grenades. She's able
Switches
to
to the
use those. And that
assaults.
rock throw, though, big time
It
rock
looks
throw.
like he's pulled out of the
Assault
bag.
goes down. He could actually pull this one out and put them into the game 3, and he
Game
does.
3.
Winner,
Wow.
Prodigy X
Prodigy
on
X
the monster.
wins.
Impressive stuff to turn that around
Yeah.
and bring the game back to Team Triggers Down.
Just an immediate change of pace from running to just absolute aggression. Luckily, he managed to get 2 strikes on the same character, and they didn't cloak in time. But that was a super close game.
And that's why we talk about, when we talk about Evolve, the game is not over till it's over.
Absolutely.
It can swing both ways in a matter of seconds, and he was able to do that there. That was the key mention in there, is you talked about support, and you talked about popping the cloak. Normally, with like the personal shield or the cloak, you want to be sort of, you want to wait till the prime time to pop those things, because you don't want to pop it too early
Yeah.
and then waste it. But that said, when you have 2 strikes, you go down a lot quicker than you do when you have no strikes.
When you have 2 strikes, any chance of being attacked is the prime time to blow your cloak.
Right.
You are 1 leap smash away from death, or rock throw, or charge, or anything. The assault, the support should have literally been at the back of the pack the whole game, throwing in his bombard, throwing in his shield from 60 meters away at the rear. But unfortunately, the support didn't blow his cloak quick enough.
That rock throw on Assault there at the end.
Yeah, super
For the
clutch.
play of the game.
Yep.
Absolutely. Nicely done. And we're going to have a full team of Triggers Down. As mentioned before, it's SK HaloGod, Game Sager, Prodigy X, and Ghost Robo will now be on the Hunter team, looking to close out Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch. And is this our first 1-1 split of the tournament?
Yes, I think it is.
So our first split, our first best of 3, game 3.
Yep, for third
We
place.
will go into a best of 5 for the final.
Yes.
But before we get to the final, we do have this final game.
Jesse's getting a massage there from Vern.
Nice to see.
Yeah.
Nice teamwork, nice support out there.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Take notes at home. This is the advanced gameplay we're talking about
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
high-level meta here.
High-level massages. This is the final game of the best of 3 third-place match, which we will then follow with a short break, and then we will be back at 4:15 for the finals.
Yep.
Team Venomhound featuring Mr. Croft, Ghost X, AK, Dirty Sheets, and Dollar Bills. So this team, everybody on that team made it to the finals of the Chappie Challenge,
Yep.
and they are now in the finals of the PAX East Evolve Pro-Am.
Wow. We're going to
So
see
these
some
guys
Jesse
going
Wraith.
very far
Yep.
in tournament play every time they're in, every time they're involved.
Jesse's getting himself in the zone. So they're facing Jesse's Wraith. He beat them with it before. It was a very strong game. Let's see if he can find those exploitative, ways to exploit the enemy's weakness in positioning or strategy, like he did last time. Completely different playstyle to Prodigy. So where Prodigy will, use an ability, then run, Jesse will use an ability and assess. And if there's an opportunity for further damage or potential incapacitation, he'll be in there like a shot. Very aggressive, the way I personally play also.
And we see the monster working on stage 1, getting some food in there. That's going to give food and armor. You see in the middle of the screen, armor, energy filling up, and the monster moving along.
What abilities has he got? So I think he's gone, I don't know if he went double decoy, 1 Wraith, warp blast like last time. Personally, I'd go with, off the top of my head, I don't think additional levels of decoy lower the cooldown. I think it's just the duration and the damage, I think. So I would go with double warp blast. That slight change in damage can be the difference between an in-cap and just a slight wound.
Carrying birds already, the hunters will know his last known location as they're moving along. We are seeing a very similar team setup as previous. We do have Markov on Assault, Kyra on the Medic, Abe on the Trapper,
So I think we're about to see a fight
Hank
here.
on support. Hank just missing a plant. Oh, just missing it again and doesn't shoot it the 2 times.
Sapcap, when will they learn?
When will they learn?
See a plant, kill a plant,
Ladies
people.
and gentlemen, see a plant, kill a plant.
Yeah.
Rule number 1
We should do
on
a
the
public
planet share.
service announcement, like a 1950s. See
like
the plant,
it.
kill a plant.
See the plant, kill the plant, save the world.
Absolutely. Lots of food here, free food. I'd be eating that if I was him, unless he has reason to believe they're under duress, like fighting a Nomad or something. I think they're fighting a Toad, a Megamouth at the moment, but they're not. They're not actually being attacked.
Doing a great job of evading the hunter so far, and as you see there,
Oh, there's a singleton there.
There
Was that-
is.
was
Where'd
that-
he go?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Jesse should be all over that. He just sniffed 2 of them behind him, and there's 1 ahead. If that's not assault, that's sneak attack, 1-shot kill.
And I don't think they have any idea that he's there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, look, Abe got him tracked, so Abe did know he was there.
Ah.
He does have the tracking dart on him now. He is going to be tracked for about 40 seconds. And the hunter team trying to catch up now and trying to take advantage of that nice MLG dart gun tracking from Abe.
Yeah, the trapping, Abe is such a strong character. The pressure that you can apply with Abe is so good. But the problem with Abe is once you start sneaking, all of a sudden the monster can just disappear into thin air and you're left chasing your tail. So it's really important that they keep refreshing those darts by cutting them off, spreading out. Like if I was Jesse, I'd wait for that dart to run out, and here you go, there you go, and I would stay near that Nomad, and I'd evolve somewhere inside that cave. You're in cover, you're near food, you have a Nomad there. If they do dome you, you can just decoy and let them fight the Nomad.
Yeah, so far so good for the monster. He really is just trying to see where they're coming from.
In the time he spent
where
looking
they
for
are.
them,
He could have evolved already, yeah. That's a good point.
And you can sniff during the evolve animation. So you could actually start the evolve, keep sniffing, keep sniffing, keep sniffing. If you see a health bar, you can unevolve, cancel the evolve, or you can actually hear the jetpacks at about 30% additional range, then you can smell them.
Just such advanced technique, strategy coming from you. It is an absolute pleasure to sit here and talk about this game with you. I just wanted to put that out there in case that was lost on anybody. This has been an amazing day of Evolve. DB here with Sacril, just chatting it up about Evolve all day. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
It's such a deep game. Like 2 experienced people can just sit and talk about things all day, and they'll both learn all the time.
Yes. And that's the thing is, like, I've learned a handful of things just from us chatting about the game in the last couple days. To be able to look at this game on a regular basis with people streaming, with people playing in competitive games, it just shows how deep it is and how much we still have potentially to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the stream has actually failed us. We're at 13338 viewers instead of 13337.
Oh, come on, stream.
Come on, guys, if we could just fix that, please. 1 person leave, everyone else stay until the end of the stream. No one else join.
Will they get the elite wildlife buff from leaving and leaving the rest with the elite status there?
Okay, so he did choose to evolve, and it's paid off in my opinion. He's got his evolution out. He barely lost any damage, and he can now just decoy tank, if you will, or decoy evade the rest of the round
and
away.
Decoy feed, like we were talking about before, is definitely something you want to do in this situation.
With the mine, Jesse. Oh, he lost a bit of health there. That's dangerous.
Assault coming in, doing a great job of getting the lightning gun on him, supported by Hank with the shield projector.
Yep.
They've got him backed into a corner now, and he finally gets the decoy off.
Yeah. It's a pretty good dome, actually. There's not too many places he could actually hide, but conversely, there's so much cluster points that he could probably punish them quite badly with his cleave attacks. But as you can see, there's no real nooks and crannies for him to hide in.
There is a bit of line of sight interrupts throughout this area, though. where he could potentially lead them around. And although he does get out of the dome here, he did take about half of his health lost in that fight.
Yeah, that was... Oh, actually, there's a few people wounded there, and he just sniffed out a mega mouth. So I would be looking to
look at that.
maybe
That
kill something here and then grab a quick bite while I'm evolving.
Oh, that's the assault. The assault did see the mega mouth though.
Okay, he avoided it. Losing more health there. It's really important that he gets out of here.
This is it. This is for all the marbles.
High level play there. They're actually shot down the valley that he was running into his stealth body. They ignored the decoy. They just shot where they knew he was, and it was hitting and hitting and hitting. He lost like a third more of a bar. That's high level play.
This is for all the third. This is for all the third place marbles.
Yeah.
Right here, right now. Best of 3. This is game 3.
Yes.
Best of 3, third place match. Evolve, ESL, PAX East Pro-Am tournament. As mentioned previously, we will be back at 4:15 Eastern
for the finals.
For the finals.
Best of 5. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's past 4:15 Eastern, they're telling me. So we will actually be back after some sort of break with the finals.
Yeah, more information to follow.
More information in a minute.
We'll be back after 3 minutes ago. Is what's happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we will take a short break to get everything dialed in here for the finals. And then we will be coming back at the finals at a time to be determined in a moment.
Yes. Oh, he's found the support on his own, got the sneak attack. Oh, support, very well played. Supports out there, take note of that. If you're caught out on your own, most monsters will attack you, sneak attack you, sorry. Bombard yourself. You will do lots of damage. You will knock yourself away from the monster. It's a great move. Wow, they just missed a dome as well. So Jesse's in a good place now. He can't be domed for the next minute. He's starting to build up his energy. He's got his armor back. The only problem is I don't think he has any strikes yet, but so far in the combat he's done really well. He's avoided a lot of damage and he's got so many people super close to death, which means one more level of evolution, an extra 30% damage on each of those abilities, and you will...
There's that cloaked
shooting the cloak.
Shooting.
Yep, that's such a great sign. That's people, including myself, used to consider the Wraith pretty almost borderline overpowered, but when you factor in the high skill level of shooting around the decoy until you trigger it, and also in the upcoming balance patch they're going to change the duration that the Wraith remains unstealthed each time he's hit, so you get a better feel for where he is. It's just another great example of in a balanced game like this, skill is everything. In whatever you do, there'll be something someone else can do skillfully to counter you.
Absolutely, and you see some skillful hunters approaching the monster in a 2-2 split.
So he's trying to figure out where the hunter is right now, the trapper, sorry. Great supernova there. He's going to be able to do quite a lot of damage. They're starting to get his armor down pretty fast. He needs to get out of here, in my opinion.
This is that same spot they were before. This is that almost the same dome.
Yeah.
Caught in the mobile arena. The hunters did very well last time in this space. In the mobile arena.
Excellent warp blast there. The support cloaked his whole team, and he just hit all 3 of them with a warp blast. There we go. The decoy's doing some work. He needs to figure out which one he wants to focus.
Yeah, that's the key to this fight right here, right now, is figuring out how to focus.
This could be
low health on both the medic and support.
The AoE is going to be so strong here. He shouldn't switch.
Look at that orbital barrage, though. Hits on the monster down to under 3 bars of health.
If that decoy hits, boom, there we go. Oh, gets speared. Nice move there by Jesse, well played. Now if he lands a decent supernova, which he's just done, this is going to be it for the support. This is what I mean. Aggression is king in this game. Aggression is king. However, he's losing quite a lot of health. This could be a strike on each of them, but I think the assault's actually going for the run of shame, so he's going to try and evade the fight entirely.
Which I don't agree with there. I think he should have stayed and fought.
Yes, if he'd done lightning gun for those 10 seconds, he'd have won. Jesse, Fairlight Excalibur, winning it for his team. Wow, excellent game. There you go, guys. He lost almost all his health, but he won. Health is a resource. Spend it on winning.
Our third place team.
Absolutely outstanding.
Nicely done to wrap up the third place game, and that was a best of 3. Verny Vern and the Funky Bunch edging out triggers down for third place.
Absolutely. If you just took a screenshot of that final fight and just sent it out and said who's going to win, everyone would say Hunters. But but his aggression, his spacing, the timing of his supernova, everything was so on point that, again, it's that cascade that I talk about. One falls, another tries to fill that gap, they fall, they fall, they fall, and people aren't used to fighting aggressive people. People used to fight in Wraiths that run. They're used to fighting Goliaths that run. And when you just switch it up like that, it's golden to watch, and it's great to commentate.
Yeah, that was great to see. Same dome, same location practically,
Yep.
but turns the tables there in a very nice fight
Yep.
to win the third place fight.